video we have learned elements, compounds and mixtures and how to identify pure and impure substances. Today we shall discuss the types of mixtures. Before that, I want to discuss about mixtures little bit. What is a mixture? Makes an impure substance. What's an example I have given in the previous video? Example of soup, right? So soup is a mixture. There can be many other examples. For example, of coal, soil, milk. All these are mixtures, right? Now, mixtures are of two kinds. For example, if I take sand and iron beans, take some amount of sand and put iron beans over there. Is it a pure compound or impure? It's a impure. It's a mixture, right? Because what are the two constituents over here? Sand and iron. Can you separate them? How do you separate sand and iron? If the amount is less, obviously you can pick the iron beans, right? If the amount is huge, what you can do? You can use a piece of magnet. The magnet will attract all the pins and will be left with the sand, right? So the constituents can be separated. So it's an example of mixtures, right? Now mixtures are of two types. One is, two types of mixtures are there. First is homogeneous and the next is heterogeneous. Homo means same, hetero means different or variable. Right? Now how to classify them? How to identify whether a given mixture is homogeneous or heterogeneous? You have to look at two things. One, first thing that you have to understand is that what is the phase? A homogeneous mixture always have same phase. For example, air, right? Air. Look around you, it's an air. Is it pure? No, because it has so many constituents. There are so many gases, dust particles, etc., etc., right? But overall, from the outside, it looks like a gas only, right? One phase, that is gaseous, and that is why air is a homogeneous mixture. Getting my point or not? From the outside, it should appear like a one thing only, right? So that becomes a homogeneous mixture. For example, if you take some amount of water and dissolve some salt into it, from the outside it looks like water only. You can't see the salt, right? So it is also an example of homogeneous mixture, right? Now, what is a heterogeneous mixture? It should have a different phase. For example, sand and iron pins, different phases, right? Okay. The second point that you have to understand is that the composition, right? Let's say I'm taking a 10 gram of air and a 10 gram of coal. So more often than not, if I take 10 gram of air, the composition in that 10 gram of air is going to be same. 10 gram, 10 gram, 10 gram. In all the parts, composition is going to be same. Same amount of oxygen, same amount of hydrogen, like that. But if I take 10 gram of coal, think about it, is the composition same? No, right? If I take 10 gram of sand and iron beans, sometimes you may have one iron bean in the 10 gram, but in other 10 gram you may have 10 iron beans, right? The composition is different in this case, right? To sum it up, you have to understand the difference between homogeneous and heterogeneous mixtures. You have to look at the phase, whether it is one thing or not. If it is one thing, homogeneous, and you have to look at the composition, if it is uniform or not. If it is uniform, then it is homogeneous. If it is not uniform, then it is heterogeneous, right? So let's example of soft drinks that you people drink, right? Soft drinks, mixture or not? Yes. Homogeneous or heterogeneous? Think about it. Soft drinks. From the outside, it looks like one thing or not, right? So from the outside, it appears as the one liquid, although it has so many things over there. Water plus gases and etc., right? Sugar and all those things. But from the outside, you have only one look. That means it's a liquid. So soft drink is an example of homogeneous mixtures, right? Right? So I hope you have understood the difference between homogeneous mixture and heterogeneous mixtures. In the next class, I am going to discuss the difference between mixtures and compounds. Till then, please make a table, 4 points at least, for the differences between homogeneous mixture and heterogeneous mixture. This question is very important from examination point of view. Alright. Next video, let's understand the difference between compounds and